This one's called Knots. You got me tied up in knots that I cannot undo. You got me written down with words I surely said under the influence of something. And I gotta be honest, my love, I don't think I'll be sticking around for long. So I'll show myself the door. Now I'll leave. Yes, I'll leave you here all alone. But oh, please know that I ain't aiming to break your heart. But I gotta go. And I know that I can't be the man that you, think you so deserve. So I show myself the door. Now I'll leave. Yes, I'll leave you here all alone. But oh, please know that I ain't aiming to break your heart. But I gotta go.
You got our reverb muted out here, Taylor. We're gonna talk for a second. Oh, there we go. Well, we're talking. We're not singing.
Pinner was really nice.
This one's called Nights.
Camera 1 is a little blurry, Mandy. Mandy. It's just like they're done playing there, Mandy. Is it
Candy
looping?
Mandy can. Candy Mandy can. Candy Mandy
Time to
can.
go live, Mandy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Rainwater Studios. It's Wednesday night. And tonight, I'm here with my good buddy, Rich Hardesty. We've known each other since back in the Pine Room days, but recently we began to work together a little more. I ran sound up
Heck
at
yeah.
Hard Truth Hills for you recently.
That's great that we're neighbors.
We're neighbors.
It doesn't hurt.
Rich is a come here. Where'd you come here from?
Well, I grew up in LaPorte, Indiana,
LaPorte?
but I lived out in Bloomington for 10 years before I moved to Fishers, before I moved out to California, and then I moved back to Fishers, and then I moved out to Bloomington again. So like a year and a half ago, I moved out to Bloomington on Fairfax, but then I kept coming down here all the time. I'm like, man, that feels like home. I grew up coming out here my whole life, and so it does. I love it out here. So and
when
you're
you
over
grow
yonder.
up in this county, Bloomington is your town. I mean, that's where we go. Like,
Gotcha. Yeah, that was good times. Got some good times down there, man.
You're real close to Bragg. So I'm glad you're here. You live just outside of Nashville. Very close to Mandy. You're like a lot more her neighbor
Right,
than
Candy Mandy
me.
over there. Who can take a rainbow?
Mandy's
Who can take a rainbow?
working it. Working the cameras.
Thank you, Mandy.
You guys
Yeah,
have
she's
both
over.
ends of the rainbow.
I would say yonder. She's over yonder, and you're over yonder.
Yeah.
You know, and there's like 3 roads. They all take you to all the yonders.
Mm-hmm. We're definitely yonder out here.
Right.
In the northeast corner.
Love it.
It's amazing.
Gatesville. It's like
Yeah.
Gatesville. You know, you can go from yonder to yonder.
Uh-huh.
And you rarely see a car. I mean, once in a while you'll see one, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was really great growing up out here, learning how to drive on these roads.
Right.
You know, like they do have sharp drop-offs on the sides and stuff,
kidding.
and there's not really any lines on most of them.
That would have been dangerous for me. My mom had a Mustang LX,
Uh-huh.
and I don't think that would have been a good idea for me to go on a roller coaster out here.
No, I at a tender young age of 16, I learned what speed you have to be going to jump every hill in this northeast quadrant of the county, at least. Yeah, I took the air conditioning right out of a
Don't you
Crown
love that
Victoria
feeling?
one time over there by Nolan's house. You know, on Ford Ridge with that one. You go 55, boy, you're airborne. It's scary as hell.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It feels good though. You know, my huskies, they don't notice. I don't think they notice stuff like that, but I do. My stomach feels like it's got jelly in it, or it's feel like butterflies.
Yeah,
but the
that's
dogs
the
are kind
fun
of like,
part.
"Woo."
That's the thrill.
Right.
You want to feel that.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel the impact when you come back down. If you did that, you
Right.
went too fast.
Oh, do I got a story about that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, leaving Dave Kokalis' studio in Bloomington one time in my 1994 van. But I went the next morning to pick it up, and I was going too quick, and I went, whoa, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was like Starsky and Hutch.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Turns out that's bad for your vehicle and stuff.
I never want to do that again. Like that was a
I
total
mean, did you
accident.
feel like you caught air the
Yes.
whole thing?
Now
Not
in the
just
Jeep,
like suspension lift.
I did, but in the Jeep out at the Badlands, actually in Attica, it's a totally different ballgame. I do it on purpose. Like I love getting airborne in the Jeep, but not the '94 van at the time. I had zero experience. I'm lucky that I pulled that off.
Yeah, I think the Jeep's probably more built for that kind of thing.
There you go. I
Many
think they
people.
are. They're made to jump ramps. So if you have a Jeep and you don't jump ramps and go out and get all muddy and stuff, then I recommend you do. And if I were you, I'd go to Attica because they got the Badlands. I'm not trying to make any money from any of this. I just think it's probably one of the best Jeep parks, around. It's known. People come from all over to check that out.
And that's
so.
is that north of us here?
It'd be about your Greencastle, I think. So it'd be off of 74. You'd go all the way to Attica, and you take the exit, and you're practically there.
I've never been out there. I mean, like we.
Mini
we
bikes,
romped around
dirt
here when I
bikes.
was-
Yeah. You know what?
But I heard about it.
You would love it.
I'm sure I would.
You would love it just by taking a normal car out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The equivalent for a high school boy here, when gas was expensive, having a job or whatever, is Combs Creek Road down in the southern part of the county.
Nice.
It's unmaintained county road. Y'all down there know what I'm talking about. Ends up in Maumee where the big mud holes are. It's down past
Sweet.
Story.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. How did your Halloween party at
Oh, the Halloween
Story
party
go?
at the Story. If any of you guys are watching who helped come out there and help us make that successful, thank you very much, man. It went from 7 to almost 1 a.m. and we got shut down. Because, I was spinning vinyl in between singing songs, and we didn't just have a campfire. We had a bonfire because I brought like 4 truckloads of wood of all different kinds. Cherry, ash, red oak, pine, and sycamore. So these big, long sycamore trees, you know, that are making it like a teepee. And then I even brought an apple. I brought an apple wood. So, so I started spinning at the end, playing records like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and we were turning that stuff up really loud. So, you know, I'm sure it was probably time to turn it in because there's
About
people
1 a.m.?
staying there. You know what I mean? There's people in each cabin.
Right.
So they're probably like, what the living cornbread? You know.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, I really wanted to make it down there, but Mandy and I stayed here in the studio, and we painted, and we made improvements all day long. And by the time it was time
tell.
to run down there, we just said, man, the couch. And
I get it.
You know, relaxing. We did a time-lapse video of that. I don't know if I prepared that, but maybe we can find
Of
it
working
when
in
we're
here
playing
and
a song.
doing
Yeah,
some
of
stuff?
doing the painting.
Nice.
You know, it's like, been doing that lately. I
Yeah.
love those time-lapses.
Good job, guys, because I've been in, this is my 3rd time here at Rainwater Studios, and I'll tell you, every time I come in here, there's something new and special to see what they do to it, and they're very passionate about what they're doing to it. So I know that you just know the sky's the limit, right? You're just like...
Yeah. I appreciate you mentioning it. I mean, like, it's been my passion for a couple years, and Mandy and I continuously working to make it nicer. But we recently had some help from our veteran friend, Kenan Foundation. You were in here playing some kind of manual work. But they helped us out with a federal grant to upgrade things. They feel, you know, it's really great to feel legitimized after all of these what Mandy and I call lemur face nights, where everything goes wrong and you're trying to do something really cool, and then all of a sudden you're just not doing anything.
Wow.
So now it's like...
Thoughts become things, man.
Pretty
When
cool.
the obstacles come, you can't let them knock you down. You just got to keep your eye on the target, man. So good job. I love it.
We're just looking for ways to serve the musical community and also the community in general. I think that
right on.
the technology that we have available to us in this modern age is incredible, and I'm looking forward to the connectedness, the music, and these troubled times. We're just here to have a good time, and music is a huge part of that. Want to play them a song?
When the music hits, you feel no pain.
Right.
Isn't that a Bob Marley thing?
Yeah.
I
mean,
like
it's so
the cups,
true.
too. They got nice coffee cups here, because you guys know I love my coffee.
Yeah, and we're working on filling those up with things so we can send them to you in the mail and make it worth it. Until then, you just got to come and visit us in person to get those things.
Rock on. I think what you do, we were joking around earlier and playing a song by the band, The Weight. And we're just going to start off with that because it's fun. You know, it makes you feel good. It's one of those, like, comfort food, macaroni and cheese. Like, that's what this song is in the musical. Like, if you're trying to compare, I think, I don't know.
I was feeling about half past dead. I just need some place where I can lay my head. Well, hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just grinned and shook my hand, and no was all he said. I said, take a load off Annie, take a load for free. Take a load off Annie and put the load right on me.
I picked up my bag, went looking for a place to hide. Then I saw Carmen and the devil walking side by side. Well, I said, hey, Carmen, we'll take a little walk to the town. She said, I got to go, but my friend can't stick around.
I said, take a load off Annie, take a load for free. Take a load off Annie. Put the load right on me. Crazy Chester, he followed me, and he caught me in the fall. He said, I'll fix your raft if you'll take Jack, my dog. I said, now wait a minute, Chester, don't you know I'm a peaceful man? He said, that's okay, boy, Won't you beat him when you can? And I said, take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny. Yeah, put the load, said you put the load right on me.
Go down, Miss Moses. There isn't nothing that you can say. It's just to Lukey, and Luke is waiting on the judgment day. Now, well, Luke, my friend, what about young Annalie? Well, she's over in the corner, rolling up a penny with my friend JC.
I said, take the load off Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny. Put the load right on me. Go on, catch a cannonball now. Take me on down the line. My bags are sinking low, and I do believe it's time to get back to Miss Annie. Now you know she's the only one who sent me here with her. Regards for everyone. And I said, take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny. I am. You put the load right on me. Hey, right on me.
That sounds like the beginning of a song by Blackfoot. Train.
No, I'm
you
not
ended
familiar with that one.
Oh, man. Train, take me on out of this town.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've heard the Harris sisters sing that 1,000
really?
times with the White Lightning
Oh, man,
voice.
check out the Blackfoot.
Train. Well, maybe.
Might be different.
There's a lot of train songs. I know one by Todd Snyder called The Train Song.
Nice, yeah. No,
Have you met Todd Snyder?
No, I don't think I've ever crossed paths with him. As many times we were playing across the street from each other back in the day when he was at the Bird once in a while.
Yeah,
but
I figured you guys might be old cronies from
Nope.
back in the Bloomington Bluebird days and stuff. You've had like a really interesting career, man. Like,
right on, yeah.
When I first moved out of this place and I went and had my first roommate, that dude introduced me to your famous breakup song.
Oh, nice.
Right? And there's this version with the duet with the young lady. That's my favorite
Oh,
version.
that was nuts. Holly,
Right.
yeah.
Is that right?
She did a verse there. Yeah, that was a good
And
verse.
who's
If you want
Holly?
to, people don't realize. Well, you know, the breakup song. So whenever someone wants to learn how to play guitar, I say, just go learn my old breakup song, because then you're gonna have G, D, A minor, and C, and now you can play "Knocking on Heaven's Door" and a whole slew of songs. But that breakup song. But what's crazy enough is the girls were always the ones singing and yelling and smiling the most. And so, because it was never a mean song, it was actually a fun song. Like,
Well, everybody can relate.
Yeah, right.
Everybody has a
Sure.
common enemy. It's just that
Right.
X somewhere. That
that's funny.
trashy X somewhere that everybody has.
Well, this
right?
wasn't. The truth is, I hate to disappoint you, but I didn't. Not you, but somebody. I didn't write it about anybody. I literally wrote that to make people laugh in the dorms.
Well, it's a lot easier to be happy when you sing it, then, isn't it?
Yeah, and I didn't, but I've heard people say, "Well, he wrote that about me," and I'm like, "Well, you must have been 10 years old when I wrote that then." Anyway, no. But the truth is, I never wrote it about anybody. So
Right.
just I'm going to be real with you. That's what this is about, being real. Just
Well, that's
like,
cool, man.
I'm not going to make up a lie and tell you I wrote about something.
They come in all shapes and sizes.
Right.
Typically, anything I write, I have to either have experienced it, like it's about personal experience, or I just totally believe it. And it's a hard
Totally, yeah.
standard to
Good
bear, and
point.
I don't write a lot of songs because of that. I wish I
Mm-hmm.
wish I was more comfortable with myself, where I could just write sillier songs, and maybe I'll get
Nice.
to that because like I'm lightening up at an
Right.
older age. It happens as you get older. You start to give less.
Wow. Yeah. Honestly, I had a bunch of silly songs, and I had a deal with National Lampoon because one of those funny songs was "All My Friends Are Stoners." So
Right.
that turned into me just sitting there, and I wrote like 12 of these funny, stupid.
Actually, Mandy, I think we have a little clip we could show people while we're chatting.
Go for that. But anyway, I never
we
did it
have
though.
All My Friends Are Stoners. I think it's the third one we put out there.
But I shelved it. It's still in the vaults. I never released it because I didn't want to go out and have to play a bunch of funny songs all the time and be typecasted like that because I already have a couple funny songs
I
anyway.
mean, the only way
So they're
people can
still
hear
in the
this is if
vaults.
they come to the live shows.
Oh, I don't even play those. Those are raunchy, man. I don't even deal with them.
All My Friends Are Stoners.
No, not that one. That one's that one's
go.
good. That's what started though a whole slew of these other stupid songs. Anyway, the whole point was I never launched it because I didn't want to. I want to be a serious songwriter over being a funny one.
Right.
I love watching funny people.
Speaking of funny people, there's you. That part you know. And you're funny. We're not hearing the sound, but you're singing All My Friends Are Stoners. This is just
My
like
real
one chorus towards the end.
We're asking the president
Quite a hurry, but I want to show people your show at Richard Fields was extraordinary. We did this medley thing.
Yeah, that was fun. The
the-
key of G spots.
Just yeah, right. And it runs through so many songs that everybody knows.
I never know what's gonna come when I do that.
Yeah. And what a beautiful setting to play.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Pretty
The
slick
leaves hadn't fallen yet, but they were falling.
Uh-huh.
So they can hear that out there right now?
Yeah, I believe they're hearing that while they're also hearing us talking over the top. here.
Nice.
I brought the volume down. Let us know how that worked out. And while we're asking you to do things for us, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome requests. We might not know them, we might not play them, but we'd love to hear what you're thinking.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go home now. So I appreciate thank you for having me.
Wait, Rich, we're not done. Rich, come back.
I gotta get back to those dogs now. They're gonna chew something up.
What can you've got a song in mind? It looks like if you're pulling out the 8 string.
Well, yeah, my buddy Jeff Beeler in Kokomo, Indiana, turned me on to a Taylor 8-string, and it's deeper because you tune lower. So instead of, it's just you'll see. I think you'll see because we're gonna play. I think we're gonna do the Doobie song, right? I didn't know, and then we're gonna show you what can be done when you take a guitar and you tune it down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. And you see how deep and mellow it is. So we slow this down, and this is a song. Kevin Shreve, if you're out there. Kevin Shreve's a buddy of mine that in high school brought this song to the campfires all the time. And there he had a couple verses, and I believe I added another verse and a bridge, I think. And then we've had so much fun, but that was like the gateway as Kevin Shreve and I sitting around campfires together in high school. So it's called the Doobie Song. Thank you.
And if I may.
Yes, sir.
This is for you out there, Dave. I didn't even have to ask him to do this. I think he wanted to do this.
Well, yeah, plus especially the way it sounds with this guitar. So you ready? And I
ready.
love what you do with the harp on this one too.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
This will be the first time all the way through with it, so let's hope it doesn't.
We were just noodling around earlier and having a pre-game, if you will. Sometimes people say you're crazy, but they just don't know where you've been. You tell them that you're gonna make it, you just don't know where or when. You're running from something that was never done, boy. Now it's got you thinking that life just ain't no fun. Your daddy made you happy, then he made you sad. Then he made you happy again, but it made you mad. So I'd like to thank you for the doobie. Thank you for the doobie. thank you. Thank you for the doobie. Thank you for the doobie. Thank you for the doobies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've been jonesing all your life, lost all your money when you lost your wife. Now you sit and wonder what you're gonna do now. You still got that doobie and ain't nobody going to take it from you. I wanna thank you for the doobie. 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 Thank you for the doobie now. Thank you for the doobie. Rasta man, cook up a good vibration. Rasta man, take me to the plantation, to the ganja plantation. Rasta man, we gotta cook up in a good sensation. Rasta man, take me to the plantation. Lord of mercy. If you want to make somebody happy, I said I tell you what to do now. Take a little trip down to the corner of your favorite drugstore. When you twist your friend, twist him up a doobie. He's singing thank you for the doobie. Thank you for the doobie. Sing along, man. Everybody do the harmony. Thank you for the doobie. We want to thank you for the doobie. When you're rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice, laid back
With your mind, your money, and your money on your mind.
rolling down the street, smoking Indo and sipping on gin and juice, laid back.
With my mind on my money, with my money on my mind.
This life on my wrist line.
Doggy style.
Wrist line. I wanna thank you for the doobie. Thank you for the
It's so refreshing, man.
Oh, that's fun, man.
You know, when people cleanse their palates after, between tastings of
Yeah.
wine, right? So cleanse the palate
Right.
after, you know, all the stuff you have to watch on television, all the,
Oh, I know, right? The hypnotic rhythm.
yeah, and all the controversy stuff. The good, clean,
You know,
cleanse the palate with some good times.
I
and
don't
music.
get tired of playing that sucker. You know, some songs you got to put them on the shelf for a while and take a break. For some reason, I don't think I ever got tired of that.
Well,
I don't play it all the time, you know, but
it's a delightful tune.
it has been requested a
Very
few
nice.
times.
Uh-huh. Yeah, last
You
time.
should do one on here for me.
That's what I was thinking. At Hard Truth, you let me play that thing, and I hate
Oh,
it when I find out
dude.
that I need new toys that I can't afford.
I'm going to enjoy myself and
Like,
see this from a different angle.
right? So, This is especially lovely on this tune. It just kind of rings out. It's kind of
Yeah.
haunting sound.
It's not a 12 string. It's not a 6 string. It's an 8 string. Pretty cool.
It just has so much sustain and thickness to it. What a beautiful thing.
Yes. Nice.
I'd never seen this before. It's kind of it's novel.
You know what would sound good on that? The 2112 Rush. Remember that song? It goes, what could this strange device be when I touch it and brings forth a sound?
My buddy John Simpson's big into Rush, man. It's one of those things I could never get it. Other than
Yeah.
Neil Peart's incredible drumming,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got to respect that.
Sure.
But-
2112 got me in, man, on my cassette tape.
I'm
Spirit
always
of the radio,
looking
man.
for the reason,
Woo,
the why.
Spirit of the radio.
Why was it so awesome? And so I'll check out
Okay,
2112.
Yeah, 2112 is a good one, and then Spirit of the Radio, Permanent Waves was another album. Both of those I'd highly recommend. I think you would look at it a little differently because as Rush grew, personal growth in their music, it changed too, you know. So, but those early ones, it's kind of like a good, the Motley Crue, you know, the first, or not the first one, but the one, Live Wire. You know, how it's real basement sounding, you know, like basement, garage band.
Raw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of
everybody
what I
likes the
feel
raw.
like was the 2112 in the Permanent Waves as it graduated onto some really crazy stuff. But anyway.
Trippy.
How'd we get on the subject? We told you guys we didn't have any script to follow. You know?
Yeah, there's no script, so it might be a lot of us chatting and just very little music. But hey, you get what you pay for out there, folks.
Yeah.
So this is one I wrote about the creek behind this place that flows down into Bean Blossom Creek, that flows down into Lake Lemon. But it's it's kind of about the passage of time.
Where Jerry Garcia would come hang out. Did you know that?
Right up the road at
With
Bean
Bill
Blossom.
Monroe, yeah.
And Sam
He loved
Bush.
coming here.
It's like
I'm sure you know more about that than me.
talk about culture clash between Sam Bush and Jerry Garcia and Bill Monroe.
Nice.
I'm sure that was interesting to watch go down.
Huh.
So this is a little tune called "The River Flows" on Rich Hardesty's beautiful 8-string guitar.
Well, that's actually Jeff Beeler's.
Oh, this is
But
Jeff.
he-
Oh, you're about to have to give
He
it
let
back.
me use it for inspiration, and then he bought me a 6-string baritone because he knew how much I loved it. But anyway,
can't wait to see it.
I'm going to give that back to him in Gatlinburg this weekend up in the hills, man. We're going to have a 3-day acoustic music festival. Anyway.
Today this all will seem a dream, a shiny stone in a moving stream. So make your memories and let them go. Wash away and let the river flow. Wash away and let the river flow. Bank full or trickle low. Summer drought or the winter snow. Wash away and let the river flow. Through the backwoods of our minds flow the waters of another time. Against these currents we cannot row. We just lay back and let the river flow. Wash away and let the river flow. Down the Wabash Valley to the Ohio. Bean Blossom Creek down to Lake Lamont. Wash away and let the river flow. Wash away and let the river flow. Down Wabash Valley to the Ohio. Wash away and let the river flow. Down Salt Creek to Lake Monroe. Wash away and let the river flow. The summer drought or the winter snow. Wash away and let the river flow. Bank full of trickle low. Wash away and let the river flow.
Lots of love, bro. Look at that. You're getting lots of love.
Thank you.
You're getting lots of love from
Appreciate
everybody.
you. This thing's like a choir of angels, man. It's like
Wow,
if you can
dude, that
play
was
if you can
sweet.
play 3 chords, you can make this thing sound
Nice.
like a choir of angels.
Well, that was a great story you just told. It was very visual too, and I
Thank
love
you.
the words you're using, like when you place the Monroe. Man, that just gives me chills, because I've spent a lot of time out there on that lake, and
Right? Well, Rev Payton advised me in the studio when we were recording that song together that maybe I should mention a lake that's more well known than
but
Lake
it goes
Lemon.
hand in hand with Bean Blossom and Bill
Right.
Grove.
I got to get them both in
So,
there because this one means so
wow.
much to me.
Yeah, for
you know,
real,
Just
dude.
the creek where I grew up here, it flows down into those, and I like to canoe these creeks in the springtime
Nice.
is an amazing thing. I don't know that's legal, but to jump in your canoe and just
Yes.
go,
Yes.
kind of like the kid on
Yes.
what is that movie where he
Huh.
pushes his car out into the ocean and he into the wild, right? Did
I
you?
don't know if I did see
You
that.
haven't watched
That
Into
might have
the
slipped
Wild?
by. You know what, dude? I never saw Star Wars.
Oh, dog.
So either I
I'm
seen
gonna,
one or I
I'm gonna
didn't.
send you
okay?
a link or something to Into the Wild. You're gonna love this kid.
I would love
Just-
to.
But
I'm
then,
open-minded to that.
and Pearl Jam, or at least Eddie Vedder, did the soundtrack to this thing.
Oh, sweet.
But he's a rubber tramp. Leather tramp. I can't remember. But there's terms for all
I
these
must
people.
be
that
getting
just
old, dude. I'm
they
sitting
just
up
go
here with my
live life
reading
and
glasses on.
Run off into the woods in the wilderness.
I'm interested in seeing.
I think it
It's
sounds a
gonna
lot
jack
like
me up.
your life, but with less money, like what they did. But they go out in these communes, and
Yeah.
just out by themselves in the wilderness. And
Huh.
it didn't work out well for him in the end. But I'm going to
Yeah.
leave that for you to find out.
Okay.
It's a great movie, regardless.
What's it called again?
Into the Wild. I'll send you a link to this because
Okay.
it's definitely worth watching.
Sweet.
Very spiritual, like existential
Yeah.
contemplation kind of thing. I think you've done a little bit of that here and there. This is bugging me.
What? Is there a snake on there?
Yeah, there's a snake on it.
Yeah. Hey, it was 70 degrees today, man. Maybe the snakes came out real quick for one last piece of sunshine.
I wouldn't have blamed him. It was beautiful.
I know.
Beautiful.
Wow. Yeah.
So, like, we could go on. Like, I have some requests of my own for you. I don't know. I like that I Am What I Am tune really well. But,
Mm.
like, I just want you to play whatever you feel like playing. If you feel like playing that one, great. Otherwise-
If there's time to do both, I will say yes to that. Otherwise, I want to play a new song because I'm getting ready to release it because we've been recording it.
Yeah, what have you
So
been doing?
I got
Where you
time for 2
recording
more.
this stuff?
We
Oh,
got
you
plenty. We have plenty of time, right?
plenty.
Okay, so here's the deal. There's a song that I recorded 5 times. Like I recorded it on GarageBand with just the piano, and then I recorded it acoustic, and then I had all these instruments that I did all my harmonies, and I built this thing till like 5 in the morning one time. It started off from dancing around in the garage, playing vinyl. I love to play vinyl in a garage, or just turn the lights down low, light a candle, and dance, with the dogs, or just go back in your mind. Maybe it's a little nostalgic, just because I grew up on the shag carpeting with my dad playing the records and my mom playing the records. But I loved the vinyl. So and I like the groove. I like when you take it off and you stick it in there and it makes that noise, right?
So interactive.
So I recorded this song thinking, I got the best song ever. So then I went to LA and I got some of my friends, like Greg Wright. He was with Michael Jackson. He was at Thriller. I know this sounds crazy. I'm not trying to impress anybody, but it's just to impress upon how the song came. So I go, I need to go out there and have these guys that played with Mick Fleetwood and Stevie Wonder. And, and so I found them because I know them. There's just some friends of mine. So I had Dig Lewis, who's done Tina Turner, Stevie Wonder. I had Greg Wright from Michael Jackson and Mick Fleetwood. And then I had Jimbo Rail from Allman Brothers stuff he did with them, and I had Robin Kermsay from Eric Clapton, so she sang the backup. So it's an amazing recording. Like I came home and I was like, I got the freaking jam. Like we'll never be able to play this on stage. Like my band's completely different. My band's just more.
So how many pieces ended up being on that?
Oh, I don't know.
That's the fullest production.
It's
for the-
well, I think it'd be great for a soundtrack in a movie. So
But it's big.
I haven't
It's got
even
everything.
released it yet. So like so I've got like four versions. Oh yeah, it sounds like I'm singing Lenny Kravitz almost. It's like Rich Hardesty
How
goes
long
into a
ago did you
completely
record
different
it?
world. This was about 4 years ago, right after 3 years ago.
And you still haven't released it. You're just waiting for
Still,
the right.
I copyrighted
time,
it
right
and
moment?
published it with BMI. I want to get it in a movie or something. Maybe
Sure.
that's be a long-term goal. I don't know, or any goal. That'd be like a short-term goal. But I know that in my heart, this song had to sound a certain way. So Michael Smith, my good friend, a guitar player he was the original Y Store, and Chris Combs, who I've been playing with since 7th grade, and we've written songs together, we've traveled together. He plays bass on it, and then Andy Day, who was from Stone Carnival. We used his studio in Columbus, Indiana, which is crazy. He's got this beautiful freaking studio that he customized. You're going to come with me to see it because it's going to inspire the crap out of you. And so he's kind of co-producing it and producing it with Michael and I. But then we had who am I missing? John Gray on the drums. So it's now we're going to release this sucker, and I'm telling you, this sounds the way it was supposed to sound. Okay, so it's kind of a little bit Fleetwood Mac-ish, Tom Petty-ish, Grateful Dead-ish. But it's Rich Hardesty. But those were some
This
of my
is Manifest
influences.
Destiny. This is the version.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
this one I'm
this-
going to give you right now is
Right,
just
but
how
the
I
one you've
wrote
been
it.
recording,
This is the
one you're
one
about to
that I
release.
want to dance to in my garage with,
Right on.
with lights and candles lit and maybe some meditation, whatever. That's the one. And so that all I know is some people say you got to get a single out, you got to get it out, record it, and drop it. Well, sometimes I think it takes 4 or 5 recordings to find out where it wants to land, because art can change. It's not supposed to stay stagnant. I mean, if you paint a picture, I know it's going to stay stagnant. But the good thing is a song can, who knows? I just thought of something, oh no. Anyway, I'm excited. Can you tell I'm excited about it? So here's the way I wrote it. Have you ever had one of those nights when you're people out, you just wanna be alone? Turn the lights down low, close the shades, slip into a zone, nobody's home. Tonight, he's gonna burn that bad boy down. Peaceful vinyl, watch the record spin round and round. Listen to the needle make a beautiful sound. Feed the gypsy, yeah. All my vinyl records are on the floor. I got a smile on my face as I try to light 'em up. Stairway to heaven. I'll be lucky to make it through one song before I raise the needle and I reach for the runner-up. Hotel California, yeah. Tonight, he's gonna burn that bad boy down. Peaceful vinyl tonight. She's gonna dance those laughing bones, spinning that vinyl. Watch the record spin round and round. Listen to the needle make a beautiful sound. Feed the gypsy, yeah. Watch the record spin round and round. Listen to the needle make a beautiful sound. Feed the gypsy. But it looks like nobody's home. But you can smell something sweet coming through the cracks of the garage door. Sounds like some Grateful Dead, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Stairway to heaven. Watch the record spin round and round. Listen to the needle make a beautiful sound. Feed the gypsy. Watch the record spin round and round. Listen to the needle make a beautiful sound. Feed the gypsy, yeah. Watch the record spin round and round. Listen to the needle make a beautiful sound. Feed the gypsy, yeah. Have you ever had one of those nights? Have you ever had one of those nights? Have you ever had one of those nights? Tonight we're gonna burn that bad boy down. Tonight we're gonna dance those laughing bones. Watch the record spin round and round. Listen to the needle make a beautiful sound. Peaceful vinyl.
Very nice.
So that's the way I wrote it, and
Right? Well, I can see
just-
why you'd be chasing a production for that. Because
Right?
there's so many, like even the vocal parts you sang, I can imagine
yeah.
2 or 3 people singing some of those
We're
parts.
having fun, man. It's like what you just heard, but maybe a little faster. We even did it in that key.
Down
Right?
low.
Yes.
Right.
But it's jamming. Like when Michael put his guitar part on there, I was like, oh, dude. I mean, Combs laid a killer bass. He's got a nice little thing that's you hear once until you're going to want to hear the song again just to hear that one little thing he did on the bass.
And this Michael is the fella you went and caught in Bloomington recently with my buddy Johnny G, right? You sent me a
Yes.
picture, he sent me a
So-
picture of a bunch of you.
Michael Smith was down in Muncie, Indiana when the Y Store, the Y Store started, and I was playing down there at Headliners. They were playing at Headliners. They were at the Bird. I was at the Bird. We always cross paths, and I started opening for him on the campus, like at Wabash College. Well, then Y Store, split up, and Michael Smith and I became really good friends, and then he played with me ever since. So he's going on like 20 years, Michael Smith, and so he produces, he plays, we're friends.
Cool.
We're like brothers. So every once in a while, we send each other a text message we probably shouldn't have sent.
Right.
and then we make up. He's like a brother. It's awesome. But so anyway, that's Michael Smith, boy, and he's doing a record now too. So this motivated him to do it, to get his butt in gear.
Right.
But he's on the road with Eric Church too, by the way.
Is that right?
So he's guitar
He's
tech
everywhere.
with Eric Church. Well, not right now. He's on the break. So
Okay.
not everybody's as lucky, to be able to go out and do shows. That's why I think you and I down here where we're at, it's never stopped if you think about it.
But to some extent, I mean, did he play with Y Store recently? Like I caught Y Store at Cordery Lake recently.
No, he wasn't out there with them. That's
Wasn't
a
there?
different lineup. Yeah.
Okay.
But Schaefer was out there with
a
because
little
he knows
bit.
Johnny G and
Right on.
Johnny G, are
Look
you
who we
out
got.
there? No, Johnny G doesn't have Facebook.
No, but we're also on YouTube. I think he jumps on the YouTube once. in a while,
Nice.
But I'm not sure. We'll get him out here and say hey.
For sure.
Yeah. So
thank
speaking
you
of
for-
buddies sending you messages and stuff,
Mhm.
like all this crazy things going on. I don't really understand how ballot initiatives work and how laws get passed on election day. Maybe you know more about it than I do.
I don't know. I
But
just know
somehow
it's a
laws
shit show.
get passed during election time that aren't like officials saying this is happening. It's more like the populace saying this is happening.
Oh yeah.
So my buddy sent me, buddy Dave. Hey Dave, what's happening? He sent me this text says Montana just legalized marijuana, South Dakota just legalized marijuana, Mississippi just legalized medical marijuana, South Dakota just legalized medical cannabis. Crazy stuff going on in Oregon where they just legalized psilocybin therapy, but also decriminalized possession of cocaine and heroin and LSD and things. Decriminalized drugs is what it says. Arizona just legalized marijuana. DC just decriminalized psychedelics, and New Jersey just legalized marijuana. It's almost like a libertarian's dream come true, I would think. But here in Indiana, we're still ready to get hung on the courthouse lawn. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we are, but I just think it's inevitable and faster than people realize. I don't know about all the drugs like Oregon. I don't know
That's
how I
an
feel
interesting.
about that.
Portugal's been doing that experiment.
But I
for a
do
minute.
think Indiana. Everyone thinks, oh, it'll be the last one. I don't know, but it's coming quick. I mean,
I'm glad you're looking on the bright side. I just had
I'm
to
an
put it out there
optimist.
that Indiana's like back, but
Yeah.
like I respect what to some extent what
Right.
you're saying about the federal government and the not picking and choosing
yeah,
laws.
I can't
but
say I'm an expert on much of that. But
you got 35 states that say, "Hey, this is cool," and you got 15
Yeah.
that say no, and the feds say no. But would you mind playing? What was that tune we were talking about with the?
oh,
You were in High
Precious
Times
Life.
magazine, man. You wrote a number of songs about marijuana, right?
Yeah. Well, okay. So
you
yeah,
were in
let
High
me-
Times magazine. Your picture.
twice. But let me go ahead and set the record straight. So because of that, I would go places back in the day because I made the pot 10 with Zugaz, the ganja farmer. That was the first time I was in High Times magazine, right? So it's about a farmer in Jamaica. You know, he works really, really hard. He carries big pails of water when it doesn't rain. He takes care of his crop, man. And, you know, the all like give thanks and praise to Jah, the Almighty, to God. That's what he does. He is supposed to take care of those plants, and it came from the earth. And it's like there's so many uses for it if you think about it. Like it's just a magical plant. It's a beautiful plant, you know. But anyway, so it made it in there. But everywhere I would go, they would think I was Spicoli now.
Wait a second. So like you say, there's this dude growing herb in Jamaica, and so how do you and that dude like were you working on the farm with him?
Well, I just love Jamaica, and so I would go off the beaten path, and I'd go under
You
barbed
met
wire
this
fences.
guy.
I just trusted a very nice neighborhood, a very amazing family. He's a great friend. This was in like 1993. I mean, I took my dad there to meet him, and hundreds of friends.
And then High Times magazine comes down to Jamaica.
No, they
check
noticed the
this out?
song, and they said this is going to be in our
Ah.
top 10, so it called Zuga the Ganja Farmer. I forgot what year, maybe 19, geez, what year, 97? I don't know, 98, I don't know. But then the next time it was, I wrote All My Friends Are Stoners, because, see, I decided, you know what, why not have a CD? And again, people think I'm Spicoli, but they're surprised when they meet me. They're like, what, you're not, like, going to blaze all day long and every day, all day? No, I don't want to lay on the couch. I got some stuff that I need to get done. So, but anyway, what the point is, it's okay if you do, by the way. I have no problem with people that do that all day long. That's for, but but it just wasn't. They thought that I was Spicoli, and then they were pleasantly surprised. But I do have an appreciation for it, so I put all these songs together on something called the Ganja Plantation, and then that made I had to tour for that. Now I'm like, oh great, now I got to go on tour because I thought it'd be great. So I'm in Australia, Toronto, Brooklyn, Texas, singing on this awards. And then that got Album of the Year, and then I had Country Song of the Year with Thank You for the Doobie. So then it turned into High Times Magazine again with All My Friends.
They said that was a
Stoners.
country song, by the way?
Yes, they did. They called
Thank
it.
You for
I
the
even got
Doobie's
a
a
pop
country
song. Steady High was the pop song. But then, point being that then it ended up John Oates. So I get a phone call. My buddy Dan at National Lampoon called me up, and I said, I'd come to the office, went to the office. We sat there. He made a phone call. Next to know, I'm singing that song in a movie with John Oates with a broken arm and a broken wrist, singing Maneater with him and singing All My Friends Are Stoners, and I had like 4 songs in that movie. So who would have ever thought? I didn't try to be in a movie. I didn't move to California to acting school. I never went to a frickin', it's just not who I am.
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
told me
singer-songwriter,
Hollywood's not your
right?
thing.
No, it's
Right.
not. I lived on the Sunset Strip just because I knew the Doors did, and Zeppelin, and Motley Crue. So
check it out.
I did that because I'm like, why not live on the Sunset Strip? But I wasn't. So it was just funny how that ended up being in that movie. So that's the answer to your question. Is was I in High Times magazine? Yeah, for a couple songs. Just it just kind of dominoed, and then I walked away from it because I didn't want to just once again. I'm a songwriter, so I don't want to be on a tour where I'm always playing these weed songs. So it was fun when that tour.
You didn't want to pigeonhole
I
yourself.
moved on to it was fun. It just now I can play them when I want and sneak them in here and there. You know what I mean? And throughout the night. But most of my songs are not anything like that. I just have like you. We're known for a couple songs, right? Like I always like to use Jimmy Buffett, Margaritaville, right?
Yeah.
I don't think
No
he's
matter
ever-
how good you are, there's a song that everybody knows that's been on the radio.
Yeah, but then I love all those organic ones behind the scenes that aren't as popular. Same with the Grateful Dead, right? Those ones that you just hold on to with your heart. So I like that. I have that vault of all these other songs that are more organic and who I really am, not the one where I was pushing Jägermeister. So I wanted to party hard at that night.
Right.
I got to have a song that's going to make this crowd, fire them up, light them up. That's cool, but I'm not, these days I'm not really going out there to push Jägermeister and do the party songs. Although once in a while I do, right? But I'm kind of more like you.
Totally
where
appreciate that. Where the songs come out and you can't determine what genre you live in. I did an album of late 50s, early 60s sounding songs, and we released this in 2015, right? Like where does this go?
Nice.
Like you're gonna put this on the radio on the oldie station? It's not oldie, but you just have to be true to the song.
I don't
be
like
authentic.
genres. I like them because I can identify the groove, I guess. But at the end of the day, it's almost like getting stuck in a museum. If I said, I'm reggae, and nothing against people, I'm not judging anyone. Me personally, I can't be reggae or blues or rock. I just have to be me, and I don't think there's a genre for that. So it's art. There it is. There's a genre.
You're
for
an
it.
American artist
No
that
limits, right?
you've been exposed to a lot more than like.
True.
Right.
I love it all, man. I sit there and but that last one you played about the river, that was
Dig
really.
that?
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
I felt that one, man.
Right
What song were you talking about then? Precious Lie, or are you talking about All
Well,
My
there's-
Friends Are Stoners? I
There's
mean,
All My Friends Are Stoners was the one I was thinking of because we caught that at Hard Truth Hills a little bit, and it talks about the normalcy.
you want me to play it today, right now,
That'd
for the
be
world?
really
Since
cool.
you just said like all these states were legalizing it, and
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, 'cause
Okay.
it,
why not? So yeah,
you talk about all your friends' parents, or.
well, I just made stuff rhyme on this one.
Oh, come on! Tell me there's the deep meaning that's true.
Well, this
Even
one,
if, even
it
if
is
you didn't
true.
mean for it to be true.
It is true. The words to this are true, except not all my friends, you know.
Right. I mean, like.
But
True,
like particularly some of my musician friends, because like I would be at the gig and I'd be plugging, getting all ready. I'd go up there on stage and I'm getting ready. We're going to start in 2 minutes, right? So I go up on stage and I'm ready, and they're not around. This is in the past. I'm not picking on anybody in particular, and then they were out in the parking lot. They had to get their groove on. They had to. So that's why I say all my friends are stoners. I'm just having fun. So I usually introduce this one by saying, have you ever seen anyone blow marijuana smoke into a cat's ear? And then people raise their hand at home. I'll say, have you ever gone to the Taco Bell at 3 in the morning? And so you guys are probably at home raising your hand. And then I say, did you ever go in the refrigerator at 3 in the morning and grab a piece of cheese and fold it up and put some sauce on it or something?
Right, or just eat like plain bread.
Right. So this is a song that's kind of fun. I hope you guys enjoy this. You can rent that movie, Totally Baked, on Netflix, and I've got the DVD. But if you want to see me in there, I'm in there a few times. So. All my friends are stoners, lighting up all of the time. Everybody has a little mason jar. Can you guess what I keep in mind? We all go to Jamaica once or twice a year to smoke a big blunt with the Rasta man and drink the ice cold red stripe beer. All my friends are stoners. We sit around and get high, asking the president to legalize it so the whole wide world can get high. All my friends are stoners until the day we die. When it comes to marijuana, we're the king of the who, what, where, and why. All my friends' parents are stoners, lawyers, bankers, and farmers and brokers. We all have ADD, so we roll up great big jokers. All my friends are stoners. We sit around and get high. We're asking the president to legalize it so the whole wide world can get high. All my friends in San Diego, well, they're laughing up at the sky. But my friends in Indiana, in Indiana are in the cornfields getting high. We put it in our tea, we put it in our cake. We roll a little doobie so we can get baked. We just can't seem to get our fill, wasted away in Marijuanaville. All my friends are stoners. We sit around and get fried. We're asking the president to legalize it so the whole wide world can get high. 'Cause everybody has a little mason jar. Can you guess what I keep in mind?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Rainwater Studios tonight for Rich Hardesty.
Thank you again, guys. It's been a great time. We're just having a good time, having some fun tonight. It's really been nice, Need some laughs, and
Nice
Your
break.
vibes are great, dude. You know, I
Thank
love what you're doing with the Rainwater Studio. And Mandy, thank you, and everybody else who helped us take care of the night. And
Yeah, Taylor Hernley on the sound, Mandy Rozier on the cameras. We've got
Thank
Nolan
you, guys.
Eastwood running lights for us for the first time. Our friends
sweet.
JC and Sarah kicking it with us.
Who was that Cheech and Chong that came through here just a second ago?
That must have been JC. You know how he is.
I'm just, yeah.
But maybe we can get a reprisal of that tune while Mandy rolls the credits, throws our logo up there. Folks, go give a like to Rainwater Studios.
Appreciate you guys.
Check us out
Thank
on
you.
YouTube. We've been throwing some videos up on there. We're also live there. Follow Rich wherever he goes. And we'll be back next Wednesday with more music and
Bless up,
chilling.
everyone. Bless up. Be safe.
Reprise us, brother. Kick back into that for me, will you? Play that out.
I can't whistle when I laugh.